welcome. It's Michael Murray here at the 2022 Fintech Deal Day with CC Lagator. He's the co-founder at Options AI. Great to have you here. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Really excited to kick things off with you today for the first on-site interview. Tell us a little bit about Options AI. What do you guys do?
So Options AI is an options-focused brokerage, and we recently launched a subscription service as well. And what Options AI specializes in is obviously options, but then more than that, it's really multi-leg options, sort of that next level of advanced options trading that takes people beyond like just going and buying an out-of-the-money call or an out-of-the-money put and sort of, and hoping a stock goes the right direction. It puts those types of, more advanced trades like credit put spreads, iron condors, credit call spreads, the type of trades that like professionals use every day. It sort of gives an easy way for retail investors to sort of integrate that into their everyday investing. And what the way it does that is it's highly visual. So it's sort of, it's saying, stating I'm bullish, I'm bearish, I want to generate income against this stock, those types of intentions, sure. Converting that into these trades so that they're easy to understand for the user and they see it visually on a stock chart. So rather than sort of a wall of numbers like a traditional options brokerage, sure. It's it's sort of like I'm seeing this trade on a chart. I can drag it around. I can see what that does to my risk reward. I can see what that does to the probability of this trade, and sort of getting rid of all of that mess of options so people can really focus on what's important.
Sure. Okay, so maybe kind of a basic question, right? But
yeah.
In terms of an investor profile, somebody who would be a good fit for Options AI, is it a beginner investor? Is it somebody with experience? What kind of risk profile and what kind of investor are we looking at?
So what I would say is, and this is sort of interesting because we've just launched the subscription service, and it was to address part of that question. Is traditionally the way people get into the options is they open up a Robinhood account or something like that, and then they start buying calls, and the call that they scroll the chain and to the call they can afford, and they buy that call and hope the stock goes higher and everything. What's within the industry, the problem with that is that's kind of how you have to start, right? Mm-hmm. Well, due to you have to basically go up the levels of options trading and brokerage, sure. Right? So on our brokerage side of the business, what we're looking for is people that have already done that. And sure. Then we're going to advance them into multi-leg trading. So you have to have some experience trading. You have to have some experience with, options, like you've bought calls, you've bought puts, things sure. Like that. Where our subscription service comes in and why we're so proud of it is somebody can come to Options AI and for $19 a month, which is basically paying for the real-time data. Sure. Like we're not making like a ton of money off of that, but what we see that as is a way for people to come, start to do these trades, use all of these real-time tools, get all of this live options data, yep. Generate these trades, start to learn this and figure this out, which we think is a really quick ramp to that point. And then the next thing we hope to convert those people into a level 3 options brokerage account.
Got it.
And so we would say we can serve everybody. If you are interested in options and you're interested in getting better at options, we have both the brokerage and the subscription. And the brokerage, where we really excel, not only in the platform being pretty revolutionary for considering what came before it, because there hasn't really been a ton of innovation in sure. The options market. Where we also excel on the brokerage side is we have no per contract fees. So going up against like sort of the traditional brokerages where you're getting charged 55, 65 cents a contract. Yep. On Options AI, our goal was the commissions should not limit sort of like what trades you're looking at, right? So you should never just do a put because it was cheaper, right?
Sure.
And so what we're saying is if you're doing any trade, any size, whether it's an iron condor with 4 legs because you want to generate income, that shouldn't, the commission shouldn't scare you off. So what we do on the brokerage side is it's $5 a trade, any size. And there's no per contract fees. So that means somebody doing a 100 lot iron condor is only getting charged $5.
Got it. Yeah. So in terms of future growth, right, what does it look like scaling the platform, adding new features? What does that 3 to 5 year roadmap kind of look like down the road for you guys?
Well, so we started off with, sort of the origin story of this was myself and the other co-founders, we came from the professional side of this business. Like I was an options market maker, 2 miles from here.
Sure.
One of my other partners was a institutional brokerage. He came from that side of the business focused on options. And so what we saw was the difference in retail and institutional options flow and how different it looked, right? And so we set out to, how do you get people to do higher probability spreads, right? Mm-hmm. And what we quickly found was we were like, we have to go visual, like we have to explain this stuff visually. And we did that, and that's what we started with and launched with was, a way to do all of these, multi-leg trades very quickly and simply. And that was the, original goal. And what we found was we're like, wait, we just made this style of trading really enjoyable, actually, right? Like we sort of took the legwork out of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, this is something that used to take a lot of work, and now I can do it simply.
Yeah.
And so our roadmap is to continue to take that philosophy into other parts of trading, whether it be equities or, obviously options and futures and, crypto and things like that. And any place with like an active options market, we hope to apply this kind of thinking, which is like, how do we simplify this so that people can really focus on what's important?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So for any investors that want to get involved with Options AI, what's the easiest way to contact you guys, fill out a profile? What's the best place to get started?
So the best thing is to go to optionsai.com. And there you can see more about the platform. You can watch videos. We have, great educational content on the site. And from there, you can sort of see the different, like I mentioned, the subscription service or apply for a brokerage account if you're, ready for that as well. But yeah, all the information's on optionsai.com.
Fantastic. CC Lagator, co-founder at Options AI. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.